Hello, I'm Paul Douglas. I have been playing in bands for a long time, probably pretty much constantly for the last 12, 13 years. And there was a bit of a gap, and then before that, years and years worth of playing in bands as well. So what I thought I would do is I would sit here with a cup of coffee and just give you a few of my thoughts on how to rehearse when you're in a band situation, how you can avoid common problems and how you can make the whole thing go swimmingly well without any band members killing each other. So the first thing, timekeeping. Be on time, be punctual. It's not difficult. If, you've said a band rehearsal will start at a particular time, be there on time, preferably before time, so you can, load whatever kit you got in, do a bit of setup, etc. This has the potential to be really annoying if you've got, if you're in a 4-piece band and you've got 3 members who are always there on time and one just constantly turns up 15 minutes late or something, because, you're shortening the amount of time you have to practice, and if you're paying for a rehearsal space, you're not getting your money's worth. Related to that, not just be on time, but agree how long you will rehearse for. If you're going to rehearse for 3 hours, rehearse for 3 hours. Don't rehearse for an hour and a half and then one of you says, oh, sorry, I've got to do X, Y, or Z, or whatever. If you're going to do that, that's fine, but agree it beforehand so you're not pissing everybody else off who thinks that, they've got another hour and a half of rehearsal left. Learn the songs before the rehearsal. Band rehearsal is not for learning songs. Now, there may be a caveat there. Sure, you may have said, okay, we're going to get together in a room and learn this song together. That's fine, but generally, that's not where you learn the songs. You learn the songs when you're practicing on your own at home. That's where you learn them. If you turn up to rehearsal and 3/4 of your band have made the effort to learn the song, and then one of you says, oh, sorry, I haven't had time, that is just so annoying. And one or more of the other members of the band have then got to spend a good portion of the time in that rehearsal where you could have been perfecting stuff that you want to work on, teaching you that song. So put the effort in before the rehearsal. That's where you learn the songs. Now, closely related to those first 2 points, communicate with each other. This is away from band rehearsal. We live in the most connected time in the history of the human race. We have phone calls, text messages, email, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, about 1,000 other messaging services. There's absolutely no excuse. Taking the last point, if, we all know that shit happens, we all have lives, we all have our day jobs, families, etc. If something turns up and you can no longer learn a song that you agreed to learn, communicate that to the rest of the band as early as possible. What will happen quite often, this has happened to me when in similar situations, one band member will say, oh, sorry, my boss is on my back. I've got this report to finish this week. I've just not going to have time to learn this song. Someone else will probably say, oh, thanks for letting me know. I was going to be struggling this week. I would probably have made a half-decent effort at it. But now you've said that, I can delay it till next week as well. So thanks very much. Communicate. Same thing with timekeeping. If you're going to be late, tell people. A general point here. Now, having said all these things, and all the things I'm about to say, don't get angry. Don't get angry with people. It's not worth it. If you have a problem with someone, something they're doing, something they're not doing, any of the previous things that I've just discussed, don't lose your temper. Just explain what the problem is in a calm and rational manner and try and come up with a solution. Just stay calm. I know this applies to any situation really in life, not just band practice, but yeah, it's just not worth losing your temper. You're in a band, so you are 4 or 5, 6 people working together towards a common goal. So be supportive, be helpful of each other. If someone's having a hard time learning, playing a particular part, see what you can do to help. If you've seen a way, or maybe you can change it to be like this instead of that, maybe that's a bit easier. Help people carry kit into rehearsal rooms and when you're loading in for gigs as well. Don't be that guy or girl who just loads their one tiny bit of kit and then sits watching the rest of the band load in. Just be helpful. You're working towards a common goal here. Everything that everyone does counts. If you've been in a band for any length of time, I'm sure you've encountered this, where you are trying to explain something or ask a question to the band members, and one or more of them will not stop noodling around on their instrument. By noodling, I just mean just playing it, whether it's playing any old crap or a part of the song they've just been working on. If someone's trying to talk, let them, shut up. It's to everyone's benefit in the long run. And I've done this myself, and I've been noodling away and I haven't noticed someone's asking a question. And if someone, says, "Oh, Paul, shut up, I'm trying to ask something here," I will straight away, I'll hold my hand up, I'll say, "Oh, sorry," and I'll stop playing. Just be considerate, it's just good manners. That leads me nicely onto this point: listen to each other. And when I say listen, I mean both musically and to people talking. Again, I will come back to this point of working together towards a common goal. If you don't know what each other are thinking, then you're probably, the goal you have in mind, whether it be a musical one or let's do so many gigs by a certain date. If you don't talk to each other, you don't know what that goal is, so you can't possibly work towards it. Again, this is just good manners. And this is probably the same point I've already made, just said in a different way. Don't compete. You're a team. You're a band. You're working together. It's not a competition. My penultimate point: don't be afraid to make mistakes. By that, I don't mean that you shouldn't practice to eliminate those mistakes. Of course you should. But you should not be so paralysed by the fear of making mistakes that you get all tense and nervous and sweaty. And I don't care who the musician is. The best musician in the world, insert name here, Joe Satriani, Yehudi Menuhin, Mozart, whoever, I don't care how good they are, they make mistakes. We're human. We make mistakes. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you keep making something repeatedly, then take it away and work on it. And if you need help, ask for help. And this is the last point now, and probably the most important one. Enjoy it. Have a laugh. The reason that I've been playing in bands for so long is that I love playing in bands. I have a great laugh. I've made lifelong, really close friends through it, and we have a great time just getting together in a room and making music. It's a fantastic thing. Make sure you enjoy it. So all these points that I've said, don't let them bother you to the extent that you stop enjoying it. The whole idea here, you must be having fun. Otherwise, there's no point in doing this. I hope you found this video useful. If you've enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to the channel. Please feel free to like and share this video. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Paul Douglas, and I will see you next time. Cheers. How long did I grab it on for then?